All right, so now we are going to apply what we know about multiplying terms together that have exponents to what do we do when we have negative exponents? And the short answer is just proceed as normal. Just do what you normally would do. And what you normally do when you multiply is you add your exponents, right? So when you're multiplying, okay, let's put a little note for ourselves. When we multiply, right, that means that we need a new iPad. It means we add our exponents, right? Add your exponents when you multiply. That's the easiest way to think about it. So when I have this problem right here, I'm going to do the same thing. So this is going to be x because they have the same base. And then my exponent is going to be 3 plus negative 7. And then it's just a matter of how good are you with integers. And if you're good with integers, you're going to rip through this, no problem. It will not give you a lot of grief, right? So hopefully you guys are all pretty solid on that. So this is going to simplify to x to the negative fourth power. And then what I have to do, because it's telling me to use only positive exponents, is I have to rewrite this then as 1 over x to the fourth. So we got a couple steps. We simplify it so that there's as few terms as possible, and then if those need to be rewritten so that they have positive exponents, then we rewrite. All right, let's look at this one right here, okay? V to the negative fourth, or y to the negative fourth times y to the 1, right? We'll just put that there to remind ourselves of what it is. So that's going to be y to the negative 4 plus 1, which is y to the negative third. And then we would rewrite that by moving that down into the denominator, and then the 3 becomes positive. This one is going to be v to the minus 5 plus minus 2. Well, negative 5 and negative 2 add up to negative 7. So you have v to the negative 7. And now let's rewrite this so that we have a positive exponent. And so that is how these work when you are multiplying, okay, with easy things like this. So let's do this with products when we multiply products now. Okay, so let's move this up here. We've got this, so let's do what I like to do, which is start with your coefficients. So you got 4 times 2, which is 8 times 7, so we're going to have 56. Let's do our x's, so we got x to the negative third and x squared. So that's going to give me x to the negative 1. And just don't worry about moving anything yet, just get it all written out. We have y to the negative 4, the negative 9. So y is going to be to the negative 5 power. And then u, we have 1 here, we have 7 here, so we have u to the 8th power. And at that point, we've used everything up. So if I rewrite this, put my fraction together, everything that has a positive exponent is going to stay up in the numerator, so that would be the 56 and the u to the 8th power. And then everything with a negative goes down. And if it's got a 1, it just becomes positive 1, which means that we don't write that. And then y to the 5th power. And that's how that works. Let's see if we got a couple more of these fun ones. Yeah, we do. All right. So, all right. So let's do this one right here. So we've got a 2. This would be 1 in front of the WV, but we won't worry about 1. 2 times 3, so that gives me 6, times 9, which is 54. So we're going to have 54. I have w to the negative 8, w to the 9, and that's it for w. So I have w to the 1 power, and we'll get rid of that 1 later, but v to the negative 5 and v to the 1 is v to the negative 4, because you add negative 5 and 1 and you get negative 4. And then this last one here, we have x7, x to the 2nd power. So we have x to the 9th power, because remember, we're still adding our exponents. All right, So when we rewrite this, anything with a positive exponent stays on top, anything with a negative exponent goes into the other side of the fraction. So we have 54w x in the ninth over v to the fourth. All right, so practice is really the only way you're going to get good at these, so I encourage you to do as many of these as you can get your hands on, just to make sure that you're not having any misconceptions and you know how to do this.